Well, it's Saturday morning, and I've got a call on a walk-in cooler, a beer cooler at a Shell gas station. There's a Cleveland Clinic's building on. But got to go to a Shell gas station in Cleveland and see why his walk-in cooler is warm. That's a lovely morning. It's gonna be warm today, in the 80s, I believe. But another day, it's Saturday morning. I got an emergency call at 7 o'clock. So I have to go take care of them. Okay, this is where it's our compressor over here. And we have to find out why it's not working. My lines are cold, but they're not. It feels like the compressor's not running. So that's what we gotta check. Okay, I can see the contactors pulled in. The contactors pulled in. So let me check our voltage now. Compressor's trying to run. It's going off on its overload. We might have a bad run capacitor. So let's shut everything down. We might have a bad relay. This is single phase, 208 volts. It's our capacitor and our relay. Out now. Okay. Guessing here. It's possible that what's happening is the relay is bad and it's stuck in the start mode only, which means the compressor will draw high amps and then kick right off. So what I'm going to do is, this is my wire from my capacitor, and it went onto this terminal right there, and I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing this one goes to the compressor. No, that's off. Maybe that's a problem there. Let's see. I don't know if I just pulled that off or it's just it was off. It came off. Power there. Okay, that's probably the start winding. Okay, so what happens is where'd it go? The capacitor makes contact between here and here. So if I just touch it here and let it go, that'll tell me if the relay is good or not. If the relay is stuck closed, it'll keep it in the start mode and it'll draw high amps, and the compressor will kick right off like it just did. Or if we have a bad capacitor or run capacitor, so I'm going to check the capacitors fast. Do a quick capacitor check. Let's see what kind of microfarads we got on. Okay, 161 to 193, and the capacitor is hot. What does that tell me? Let's see. Let's short it out so we don't get a shock. Okay, it's good. Put this on. Well, I've got 210 and it's rated at 161 to 193, so we're above the rating. Well, that should be okay. This clip is, slide-on clips get loose. I like to just snug them up a little like that. Better, much more better. Okay, so what I want to do is give this a try. Check my fuses, make sure they're good. Ah, this fuse is bad. check our voltage. Make sure I got voltage is 212. It's a 208, 230 volt system. So let's try this again. A little loose. Okay, yeah, not bad. Just check the terminals, see if they're loose. Nice if we had some room in here. The designers don't make it easy for the technicians sometimes. Okay, let's see what we're drawing. There's current on this. I don't know if you can see that or not, but compressor's running now. The inrush was 51 amps. Compressor's drawing 8 amps, which is good. What happened is this: the relay here kept the start winding, it's probably fused together, kept the start winding connected and wasn't disconnecting it. So I have to get another relay for this. I might get new capacitors for it too, just to upgrade them. Compressor looks like it's okay. Well, that's good for him. It's a little bit low on gas, so we're today. Somebody put a suction filter on it. Must have been a burnout on this system at one time. They put an HH filter on it. This is suction coming back to the compressor. I don't usually put suction filters on. I'll change a couple dryer filters. This Sporlan had the HH filter to get acid out of the system. The Alco, or the Emerson now, has the same material in the standard dryer filters, the EK filters. So what I usually would do is change a couple liquid line filters to get the acid out of it if there's a bad problem like that. And I would put a much bigger, it's only got an 8 cubic inch filter on there. I usually would, something like this, I would put at least a 16. So I'll probably be doing that. The problem with this is, you see how it's starting to rust? It won't get changed unless you change the compressor. It's got to be on sweat, and then, you know, if you take it out altogether, you got to repipe it. I really don't like putting these in because it'll stay here for 20 years until it leaks, and the customer doesn't want to have it spend the money to take it out. So I just don't even put them in. The compressor's running good now. Okay, I'm going to go get the part. I'm going to just leave it running. I'm going to put some tape on this. And I'm going to leave the compressor running. I've got 8 amps. And that's fine. Okay. Well, here I am at my supply house in Cleveland. RSC. The air conditioning units over there. They're a carrier distributor. And I've got to get my tanks refilled. Okay, we've got the new relay. Gotta take the old one out. Pretty simple. There's, you've got 1, 2, and 5, I believe. So this one's 5. Is up there. Oh, that was loose. That's tight. And this blue one is number 1. And it's loose. These things all came loose. Almost like heat up and then expand and contract. Okay, and 2 yellows are on number 2. That's the old RBM. Okay, now just gotta screw in it. I don't know if you can see this, but it has a, usually it'll say this side up. Well, here it says top with an arrow going that way, so it has to be installed in this direction here. So side up. Now she should start up. You know, I didn't check the run capacity before. I'm guessing it's okay. We'll check that too. It says 35 microfarads. I have 34.8, so that's perfect. Okay, let's start it up. Saw this when it started up. This fan blade's going backwards. It's been like that a long time. See, the cup of the blade, it should be going that way, cupping the air this way. It's just as simple as reversing the turning this around, but I can't believe it was backwards this long. It's been like that for years. Let's see if I got it right. Right. Motor's having a hard time getting going. Condenser doesn't look too dirty because there's no air being pulled through the condenser. That's why. Wow. Should make a world of difference right there. Apparently this has 408A in there. And we're going to change that over, not today, but we're going to change that over to 407F. I don't know what the status is on 408A. They've eliminated a lot of refrigerants, you know, like MP39 and 409 and 408 for freezers. I don't know where this one stands, but that's got to be done. And this is a mess. This is the low pressure switch. And I don't know what the heck's going on here. This was a low pressure switch. An air conditioning one, or a cheap one, piece of junk. Somebody wired I'm going to take this all out and put in a new dual pressure switch. This side isn't even hooked up. Just do it right. Apparently it went bad and they just changed it with a low pressure switch rather than changing this here. gonna bother taking the gas out of it and everything else, but okay. Well, it's working good now. So later, guys.